had, that we'll all be together. There won't be any black, white, green, or yellow, Baptist, Catholic, Methodist. We'll be just one unified people around that marvelous throne. Oh, we thank you one more time for the opportunity. We ask now that you bless every heart, every home, and every spirit that gave. In Jesus' name we ask it all. Amen.
Next, we will have our introduction of our speaker by President Mary Ratliff of the Columbia NAACP.
Okay, this is a time that you've all been waiting for. We are so excited. I met the speaker a while ago. We became instant friends. Amen. And we've we worked together, and I've been privileged enough that I work in the Mount Carmel district, and the former moderator appointed me. Reverend Gray is chairperson. That's not the chairperson of the Missouri State Baptist Conference. I didn't say it right. I always get association. Okay. I am on his committee. I was the person that was appointed from this district to serve on his state committee. Amen. And Reverend Harry came along and reappointed me. Amen. So it is a pleasure to work with Reverend Gray, because from the very time that I'm going to read his bio here a little bit, his bio is so long. They told me I have to use the mic, okay? His bio is so long that I had to reduce it down, because there's so much good stuff in there, you just don't know what you want to leave out, to tell people. But he will speak for himself and tell you, you will know what I mean when I say he has so much to share. He came on the scene from Canada. We're not in Missouri. They don't just readily accept you in Missouri as a leader. But he walked on the scene as if he had been here forever. Okay, and I think that he must be somewhere and in the realm of when God called people, when he called Moses, had a thing for him to do. When he called Dr. King, he had a thing for him to do. And I think that he called Reverend Gray. Amen. Because he could not have walked on the scene in Missouri. I've lived in Missouri a long time, and we the show me state. You got to show us before we let you become a part of. But he came on the scene. He is very humble. He and his beautiful wife there. They're just very, very humble, and I fell in love with them, and I think that they fell in love with my husband and I, and we just became just a real good friends. And so it is my pleasure to be able to bring him to you. He's a 40-year-plus veteran of the United States and Canadian civil and human rights movement. I guess I better put these on since my eyes are getting old, okay? I said my eyes are getting old. Reverend Gray began his journey as one of the ground crew of the Southern Christian Leadership Conferences in the mid-'70s, and after being recruited by the late Reverend Dr. Ralph Abernathy, Jr., a longtime companion of the late Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., and second national president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, okay? He called and had Reverend Gray to come and be a very integral part of what they were doing. He currently serves as associate pastor of the Greater Fairfax Missionary Baptist Church National Convention, Incorporated, Midwest Regional Liaison of the Social Justice Commission, State Treasurer of the Missouri Democratic Party, Chairperson, Progressive Caucus, Political Advisor, St. Louis Metropolitan Clergy Coalition. In Reverend Gray's own words, that was just very, very special, very special. He says that I am a pastor God has called, I am a pastor because I am not a pastor because I'm an activist. I am an activist because I am a pastor. God has called all of us to live for the sake of others. And that means serving in the valley more than celebrating on the mountaintop. And you know, one of the things that we have to do as leaders, and I pray to God all the time to give me that spirit of when we do what we do, to realize that it is not about us. It cannot be about us. There's so much out there that needs to be done. And when we get so tied up and wrapped up in ourselves and what people think about us and how they give us the accolades that they give us, we lose sight of what God has really called us to do. Reverend Gray have not done that. He is a very humble individual, and I know that he has connected with me. He's connected with Reverend Richardson out here. He just reaches out, his arms out to everybody, and we just love him. And we're going to present him to you because you're going to fall in love with him too, Reverend Gray.
Amen.